Hey friends, happy Friday, 20th of August. Also, it's the 20th week of Ordinary Time. It's nice to be with you. I'll give you a reflection, and then I want you to read the readings prayerfully. If you haven't yet, there's a link on the side. Then turn off the screen. Spend some time in prayerful reflection before moving on to other things. This week, I am asking that if you find these videos helpful, that you would hit the like button or the share button or the upvote button or the subscribe button, depending if you're on Facebook or on YouTube. It does help to kind of put this out there. Other people can say, a video reflection and an opportunity to pray using social media actually might be helpful for me. So you never know who a random priest from Rock Springs, Wyoming might be of use to. So thanks for doing that stuff. We're switching gears into the book of Ruth. We're going to be in this, today and tomorrow, Friday and Saturday. And we have Matthew's Gospel as well. Just a word on Matthew's Gospel. It's simple, but it's not easy. Love, to be transformed by love. The more that I preach, the more that I just wrestle and work with the Word, this is such an important commandment. This is such a linchpin. I mean, it's called the Great Commandment of Jesus for a reason. This is the heart of it. If we are not about love, if we are not about loving God and loving our neighbor as we love ourselves, then we need to check ourselves and be called back to conversion. And the other piece is that none of us are going to live this perfectly. There is always going to be the place to be drawn deeper into this mystery. And remember, don't despair when we fall short. Until we become a monk or a nun and really progress in that life, we are going to have times when we do not keep God first. That's the pain of living in the world. Celibate priest, baptized lay people, whatever. We're going to have divided hearts. The Lord's going to meet us there. We are going to not love our neighbor like we should. We're not going to love ourselves like we should. To pray that the Lord would transform us, to give us the grace that we need, to make us over again in love. That, I think, is the challenge of the great commandment of Jesus. As you think about love the Lord your God, love your neighbor as you love yourself, 3 parts of that. Perhaps where are you most struggling to love? Where are you most in need of God's help to love in these days? The story of Ruth, right? So recognize we have Naomi, right? We have Naomi who's married and has 2 sons. They are driven out because of famine. And so they go to a strange land. They are foreigners. They are aliens in a strange land. And then her husband dies. Her sons marry foreign women. And her sons die. And so she's got 2 daughters-in-law that she's not connected to. One leaves and one stays. And then they return back to Bethlehem right in time for the barley harvest. Just that experience of reliance on God. These are foreigners, each of them in their own way. These are widows. They don't have legal standing in their own community. These are non-people, frankly. To experience that pain and that hardship, perhaps we would pray that we would be able to see those who are on the margins and the fringes, those who, for one reason or another, might be judged to be less human than others. We might pray that we might be able to see with the eyes of God. We'll hear tomorrow the rest of the story with the book of Ruth, and we'll hear how God works through these foreigners, these widows, these non-people, to help bring God's reign, God's covenant more fully into line with the community. All right, read the readings. Turn off the screen. Spend some time with the Lord. Do the social media stuff, if you would, please. Do appreciate that. Let's be praying for each other, praying for folks that are involved in education, and especially praying for folks that are having a hard time in these days. Happy Friday, friends.